Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. Coronation Street actress Cait Fitton opens up about Lauren's storyline resolution. Coronation Street has finally revealed the truth about Lauren Bolton's fate, confirming that the troubled teenager is still alive. Lauren made a surprise return in Monday's episode as she arrived at the hospital to see Roy Cropper, who'd suffered a heart attack. Future episodes will reveal Lauren's reasons for staying away for so long, as she has been in hiding ever since being brutally attacked by evil groomer Joel Deering. Show bosses have been working on this storyline with guidance from the Maggie Oliver Foundation, which supports survivors of sexual abuse. Cait Fitton, who plays Lauren, recently spoke about the future of the plot now that her character is back. How difficult was it to keep the secret that Lauren is alive? It was so fun, but it was mad. I knew from very early on that I was coming back to the show, which is such a fortunate position to be in. Usually in this industry, once you finish a job you don't know what's going to happen after that. But I knew I was coming back, which was great. You threw people off the track by changing your Instagram bio to say that you used to play Lauren. I did. Everyone was like, has she left? I was like, yes, I'm gone now, I'm finished. With the amount of people who are so invested in the storyline, it's been a breath of fresh air. With Roy getting arrested for murder, then the reveal of Joel's guilt, it's been an amazing storyline to be part of. It has also made it really tough. I started back in April, and nobody knew that I was filming. I had to sneak in and out of the building, getting lifts from Callum Lil, who plays Joel. I had to get into the boot to make sure I wasn't seen. People would be at the front getting selfies and I'd be in the boot still. So it was a bit chaotic. There were times I had to get on the floor in a taxi, with the driver wondering what was going on and me saying, go, go, go. When we filmed on location, that was a bit stressful. I felt like the men in black, wearing a big black coat and black sunglasses. I was absolutely loving life. It was a miracle that I wasn't seen. The support that I've had online has been amazing. I've had people messaging saying, I hope you're not leaving the show, we love what you did with the character. Hearing that gives a reassurance. Do you think people will be pleased that Lauren is back? I hope so. They probably will not like her at first because of what's happened with Roy while she's been away. I understand that, because Roy is a lovely character and people really adore him. But I hope when they know why Lauren has been away, they'll see that vulnerability and will understand. When human beings go through any sort of trauma, we like to put it into the back of our minds and hope it goes away and distract ourselves. But it's always there. It's never going to go away. Lauren thought she could just put it behind her and move on from it. She rushed that process. It's like grief. You can't rush it. You just got to go through it. Since Lauren has left Weatherfield, she's been running from hostel to hostel and also sleeping homeless. She's not been able to pay the rent and has been booted out of different hostels. Obviously now there are other precautions that Lauren has got to think about. She doesn't know where Joel is and she went through a near-death experience with him, so she doesn't want to take that risk or face that trauma again. Lauren decided to come back when she heard that Roy is in hospital. She knows that this has not just affected him mentally but now physically. She said, right, I got to go back and I've got to put things right. No matter what the consequences are, I got to do it. Roy was so important to her. Lauren is scared of letting people down. She knows she's going to get backlash from people because Roy is adored by everybody on the street. She knows that's something she's going to have to face. She's in survival mode, but she always has been. How long have you known about how the storyline would unfold? When I started on Coronation Street in 2022, Lauren was supposed to be just a 3-month character stint. I went and did what I had to do, playing a supporting role in Max's far-right storyline. I didn't really know much about Lauren at that point. I knew things that were being aired on screen. But if you come in to support a storyline, you don't really get that opportunity to dive into your character's past. But I didn't want to be a character that just comes on and does what's on the page. I wanted there to be a reason why Lauren is the way she is. That's what gets twisted nowadays. No one is born racist, or evil, or a bully, and that was very much what it was. 3-month stint. Then I got asked back to the show. I'd like to think that I'd already shown that vulnerability of the character, so when I did come back, little hints of what she'd been through rose to the surface. Those included Lauren being around older men, her not having any self-worth and things like that. When Lauren offered Roy sex, it was a really difficult scene that made you wonder what this girl has been through. What happened once you knew about the storyline? I found out just before Cal started as Joel that this was going to be the storyline, but I didn't know how long it'd be going on for. I also didn't know how intense it would be. I had no idea. I wanted to get in contact with charities and work with people who've experienced this. I wanted people to look back and say, I felt like that, I wasn't heard, I'm like Lauren. There are people out there today still experiencing what Lauren has been through. It's a great opportunity for me and Cal to show what we can do, but it's also given Corey an issue to talk about that needs to be spoken about. How did working with the charities go? It was awful to hear what people have been through, but it was also so inspiring. Maggie Oliver from the Maggie Oliver Foundation says it a lot. It's turning pain into power. Just because you go through something traumatic, it doesn't define who you are. That's what's so important, especially for Lauren, as the trauma doesn't make her less of a person compared to someone else. So when I heard these real-life stories, it touched me and made me go, I need to do this justice now. Corey is a big platform. Younger people and older people watch it. From this storyline, if I can make just one person speak up, I've done my job. That's what I wanted from this. How would you describe Lauren after her ordeal? Lauren is now completely different to who she was before she left. If anything now, she doesn't trust anyone. Even people she had a bond with before she left. It's going to take a long time to break down those barriers. I think Lauren is a brilliant character to play. I love hearing people's opinions, even when I hate that Lauren, she's a madam. Okay, she is, but I hope this storyline makes people realize she's a lost little girl from the wrong side of the tracks. Working with Maggie Oliver opened my eyes to what grooming was. I thought I knew, but I saw it as just this one thing. There are 6 stages of grooming, and it comes in many different forms. Look at the far-right storyline we did. There was nothing sexual, but that was a form of grooming. This is still happening today. Young girls are not being heard, listened to, valued or validated because of where they come from, or because they're seen as a madam. As well as working with the charity, I read a book called Survivors, which was really harrowing. It was hard and it took me a long time to get through it. I have only just finished it. I watched the Betrayed Girls documentary on YouTube, then 3 Girls, which was my main source of research. By speaking to Maggie and seeing the relationship they have with the survivors and families, it really opens your eyes. I genuinely thank them. Without them, the episodes would not have been the way they are. They would have been completely different. I really appreciate them taking the time. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.